Okay, this is the third video about transformation. And this time we will discuss the rotation. In Chinese, rotation is called 旋轉. So this time we will find something that we will rotate. That means we will make it like a circle, one point here, and rotate the paper also to get the answer. So first of all, the first number I want to know is that we will move 1, 2 to -1, -2. Clockwise. So what is the meaning of the clockwise? Clockwise in Chinese is called 順時針. So that means we are going to draw something that is -1 and -2. So we have something like this. We want to move the point like this. So we want to know what is the degree that it rotates. So this time it's not easy for you to just think, or even you move the paper, it's not easy for you to do this. So if you really want to do it well, at the first time you learn, I recommend you to have this tracing paper. This tracing paper in Chinese is called 牛油紙, so that you can solve your problem easily. So let's put the tracing paper on this point. Okay, now because I want to change to -1 and -2, so first of all, we mark the O here. And also we mark this is A. So what we do is that we reduce clockwise. So first of all, we point this one. Okay, let's change it for 90 degrees. So we move the paper one time. Okay, this is the 90 degree. So you will see after you move it to the 90 degrees, you will see the point is 2, -1, 2, -1. But this is clockwise, right? This is clockwise, so you must make it correct. This is clockwise. Okay, now next. I want you to know is that you will point this one here, and then you move once again for 90 degrees. You will see the -1 and -2 will be overlap here. So this one will be 180 degrees. So you will say the answer, the answer for rotate clockwise about the origin through here is 180 degrees. So you get the answer like this. Okay, this is part E. Okay, now what about we go to part F? This time is rotate anti-clockwise. In Chinese, this one is called 逆時針. That means you will go to back from the clock. So first of all, once again, this time is 2, -1. Let's draw it on here. This is 2, -1. And then we're going to use this paper. Once again, overlap this one. Okay, we point this O once again. Okay, now anti-clockwise means that we remove the paper like this, right? So next one, this is 90 degrees. This time you will go to 1, -2. I'm sorry, -2, 1, but this is not the answer for it. So we'll move once again, another 90 degrees. This time we will see we overlapped with this point once again. This is -1, -2. That means that if we rotate any clockwise about the origin through 100 degrees once again, it's same as we have to rotate clockwise about the origin through 180 degrees. Next, what we are going to do is that we move the T 3 times, and we see we overlapped for 2, -1. So after you rotate 90 degrees for 3 times, so that means 90 degrees times 3, that is 270 degrees, you will rotate anti-clockwise about the origin through. So this one is the answer is 270 degrees. Okay, now, so what we have is something like this. But look at this. It's so stupid for you that if every time I have the tracing paper, but you know that in your test and even in your examination, we do not provide you this one. So what can you do? Draw it on the rough paper. Is it stupid? Is it wasting your time? So what we can do is that we find some pattern after you change this coordinate. So let's start from the clockwise first. Okay, the first point we go clockwise. This time is 1, 2. After you change it to 90 degrees clockwise, you will see the point is 2, -1. After it, you change 180 degrees, you will see -1, -2, this one. And without loss of the generality, 270 degrees, okay, we can move it like this once again. 1, 2, and 3. You will see the fourth point is -2 and 1, so this one is -2 and 1. So can you find out the patterns if we rotate clockwise through 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees? What I'm going to choose is that if this point is xy this time, so what can we do? Okay, now I give you a very easy way to memorize these things. First of all, every time you are only required to remember 90 degrees is okay. So first of all, look at this point. First step you are going to do is that these two numbers, every time look at the number 1, 1, 1, 1. It interchange x, y, x, y. And 2, 2, 2, 2, y, x, y, x. That means you must interchange these two coordinates. So for 90 degrees, we'll have y and x. And more thing you can find is that this will go to do this one, from the y to the x, you will see nothing change. But from x change to y, you will add negative sign here. So you change it and negative sign. Okay, it's obvious that once again, more 90 degrees, that means 180 degrees. We'll change it once again. This time, by this one, we change the x and y coordinate to get this one. And then we add a negative sign for the y coordinate. You will see it get the same answer from here, and you could see two negative signs is added. So every time you can change is that you're going to interchange these two coordinates, and then you add negative sign for the y coordinate. So last time you will change it once again. This time you change negative y here, and you can write down negative x here. But this time you want to add a negative sign here. For two negative sides, you will have a positive. So you will see positive number here. So every time what can we do is that we will going to change this one once again, and then we get two, okay, we get a change, and then we add the negative sign for the y coordinate, and then we interchange it and add the negative sign, and we interchange it and add the negative sign for the y coordinate. So you can find it very easy, in a very easy way to solve the problem. Okay, so this one I recommend you to memorize. Just one is that every time you must do is that for 90 degrees clockwise, you are going to memorize is that you interchange this coordinate and then add negative sign here, so that you can solve the problem easily. Okay, now let's use this one to help you in the next exercise. So please remember it first. Okay, now we go to the second question. Okay, please remember it first. Okay, I'll give you 15 seconds to understand this. Okay, now we'll go to the next questions. Right now we're going to do this question for you all. First of all, look at the question in 15 seconds. Okay, now we'll go to the first question. A. If mm is translated to the right by 7 units to m1, n1, draw m1, n1 in the same figure and write down the coordinates of m1 and this is not m2, this is n1. Okay, I think this is a little bit typing error for it. So this is n1. Okay, now what we're going to do is that we find the coordinate of this one. So first of all, I've told you last time in the first video, we're going to do the translation. So first of all, we write down the coordinate first. For m, the coordinate is -4 and 4. And for n, the coordinate is -2 and 2. So now this time we are going to translate to the right by 7 units. Do you remember what we are going to do for translation? I give you 15 seconds to make sure that you can tell me the answer after I show it to you. Okay, now do you remember that? Because it's translated to the right, that means you're going to add 7 to x coordinate only. Because if you go to the right or go to the left, okay, that means you are only to do is that the only one you're going to change is that from the x coordinate. So you must add 7 for both sides. So -4 plus 7, you will have 3. So m1 is 3, 4. And n1 will be -2 plus 7, so it's 5, 2. Okay, so we can draw it on this. So the first one, n1 is 3, 4. So we draw 3, 4 here. This is m1. For the second one is 5, 2. Okay, this is n1. So what we can do is that we draw a straight line here. So you can get the coordinate. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the same number, right? So this is part A. Okay, for part B, once again, there are any problem typing error for this one. This is M2, this is N2, and this is M2. This is N2. Okay, I don't know why we have many typing errors in this one. Okay, now we're going to do is that if MN is rotate anti-clockwise about the origin through 90 degrees to M2, N2, draw M2, N2 in the same figure and write down the coordinate of these two numbers. Okay, now what we are going to do is that we have doing the anti-clockwise here. So let's do what we learned before. Okay, let me have another blank paper for you to write down this answer. Okay, let's have it. Okay, now first of all, we are going to do something like this. Because this is anti-clockwise, through 90 degrees, that means it must be equal to clockwise through another degree. You must have it. The answer will be 270 degrees. Because these two must add together be 360 degrees. That means remain unchanged. So this one we are going to do is that we are going to make something that clockwise through 270 degrees for this question. So now let me do once for you. For m is -4 and 4. So let's do what we learned in the beginning of the video. -4 and 4. After you change to 90 degrees, I've told you, you must interchange these two numbers. That means you interchange the position, and then you add negative sign for the y coordinate. So you get 4 plus 4. So this is 4, 4. Okay, now otherwise, that is 180 degrees. Okay, now if you change one more 90 degrees, that means 180 degrees. Okay, once again, this is 4, 4. We will interchange for the both sides. And then we get the negative sign for the y coordinate. Finally, this is our target, 270 degrees, another 90 degrees. We will interchange it, these two numbers, once again, -4 and 4. And also, you must add the negative sign here for the y coordinate. So this is our target. So we are going to answer that this is for M2. Okay, now this is your turn. We are going to write down this is M. So you're going to write n negative 2 and 2. Can you do it by yourself in 15 seconds? Okay, now I will show the answer. If you still not finished, now please pause the video. And otherwise, let's look at the answer. Okay, for 90 degrees, you have changed it. Okay, once again, I've told you, you interchange these two numbers. 2 is for the y coordinate, you write it x. And then negative 2, you write it for y. And then add a negative sign to the y coordinate. So you got plus 2. And then 180 degrees. Okay, you interchange these two numbers. This is 2 for y coordinates, you write down 2 here. X is 2 once again, so you write down 2 for y coordinate. But this time you must add a negative sign for it. So 2 negative 2. And finally, we have 270 degrees. This is called M2. So what you can do is that you interchange this 2, negative 2 here, and write down 2 for the back, and write the negative sign here. So this is the answer for the clockwise. So once again, this is negative 4 and negative 4. This is negative 2 and negative 2. Okay, so we solved the problem like this. So make sure that you know how to do this question once again. But let us draw it and show it on the figure. Is it correct or not? Okay, now we take away this paper and we draw it once again. So for M2, you will have negative 4 and negative 4. So we draw it here. This is M2. And then this is N2. We have negative 2 and negative 2. So we draw it like this here. And then we use the ruler to draw the straight line. And also, we use another tracing paper for you. Okay, let's have copy this too. So let's copy the figure. First of all, we must copy the O. Otherwise, we cannot point the pen. Use the pen to point this thing. And we have the M. We have the N. And then we draw these two coordinates. After that, we use the straight line. Okay, now let's do this point. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, now we point it, we rotate it. This is anti-clockwise, 90 degrees. So we will change it like this, and then we move it like this. So you will see this one is overlapping. So the answer must be correct. Otherwise, it cannot be overlapped. So this time we know how to do this. So make sure that you learn something by calculation. It's much better that every time we do not have the tracing paper. So what can we do is that we must know how to do the calculation. And in case the calculation is not difficult for you all. So make sure that you know what to do it. Okay, now we will go to the next question. Before this, I will pause here and show that make sure that you know what I'm doing. Okay, I also give the paper that I calculate for you at the very beginning. Okay, so hope you can know how to do this. Okay, now we will go to the third question to make you know how to do the rotation once again. Okay, this is the third question. Okay, now please look at the question and I will not talk anything. And now please think before you do the questions. Okay, now we are going to discuss this question. Okay, now first of all, we look at this one. If Q is rotated anti-clockwise through the origin through 180 degrees. Okay, now we have the paper once again. So this time we have something like this. If you want to rotate anti-clockwise through 180 degrees, anti-clockwise. through 180 degrees. So that means what? That means it is clockwise through 180 degrees once again, because we know that if they two add together, we got 360 degrees. So this is clockwise through 100 degrees. So this time we have Q34. Okay, let us write down the coordinate first before we draw it. Okay, now Q34. And then next, what we are going to do is that, okay, after 90 degrees, okay, we interchange these two numbers. That means we write down 4 and 3. Next, we will add the negative side for the y coordinate. So we have -3. And then once again, we have the 90 degrees. Once again, that means 180 degrees. So what we can do is that you interchange these two numbers, -3 and 4, so that you add the negative side for the y coordinate. So this one is the answer for it. So the Q prime, the answer of it is called -3 and -4. So let's check it. Is it correct or not? Okay, now let's check it. So what can we do is that here. Okay, once again, I take one tracing paper and put it on it. Okay, this one we have O. This one is Q. Okay, now we point this one. And then we anti-clockwise it 100 degrees. That means we change it one time. And then we change it 2 times. So you will see the point is correct. This is -3 and -4. Okay? So this is correct for part A. So make sure that you know how to do this. Okay, now for part B. What we are going to do is that if Q is rotated anti-clockwise about the origin through 270 degrees, this time is once again anti-clockwise through 270 degrees. So what can you do is that it equals to clockwise through 90 degrees. So this is positive, equal to 360 degrees. Okay, so that means, oh, it's so easy for you to just clockwise. It means it's changed one time. So this Q, 3, 4, and then once again, 90 degrees. So we interchange it to 4, 3, and with the negative sign. This is Q pi prime. So this Q pi prime is for -3. Okay, let us draw it on here. Okay, now we first of all draw the Q prime first. I'm sorry about that. We do not draw it now. Okay, now we draw 4, -3. 4, -3. We draw here. This is Q prime prime. Okay, now once again we use the paper, the tracing paper that we use. Okay, now anti-clockwise 210 degrees. So we must change it 3 times. So we point to the point here. We point to the O. Okay, 1 time. -4, 3. 2 times. Obvious. You must be overlap to O. You must overlap to this point. -4. -3, -4. And finally we change it to this one. Once again, this is overlapped. This is for -3. So this one will be the anti-clockwise through 270 degrees. Okay, now make sure that you know how to do these questions. Okay, now for more harder question, I will give you 15-second pause so that you make sure that you learn something through here. And then we will go to the harder question that we do not give you any coordinate pain, but you can find out the answer immediately. So that make sure that you know how to do this. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the last part, last 2 to 4 questions. Okay, now these 2 questions. First of all, I will do the teaching example, and for you all, you are going to do the correct practice. First of all, we consider 2 points A to -5, B -3 and -4 on a rectangular coordinate plane. Find the coordinate of the image if A, B are rotated anti-clockwise. So you must know this. That means we may change the clockwise. First of all, I want to change the clockwise to 100 degree and 200 degree. So what we are going to do is that what is the clockwise through here? Clockwise through here. Okay, for 100 degrees for anti-clockwise, that means the clockwise rule is that 180 degrees. Because we add them together, we have 360 degrees. So for 207, that is obvious, that is 90 degrees. Okay, so let's do the part B, because part B is easy, because we only change it one time. Okay, now for A. Okay, now let's have it. Image of A is equal to the coordinate, and image of B is equal to the coordinate is that we have A is 2, -5, so we interchange these two numbers, -5 and 2. We change these two, and then we add the negative side for the y coordinate. So we immediately finish these questions. And for B, you have -4 and -3. This time you change it to -4. I don't write the -3 because -3 with the negative side, so you got 3 here. So this is the answer for part B. And then after part B, we will go to part A. Part A is that you are going to write down the image of A and image of B once again. So this one, you will have the same coordinate once again. This time we will change the 90 degrees from the part B. Because this is already changed 90 degrees, so we add one more 90 degrees so we get the answer. -2 and -5, we interchange these two numbers. Okay? So we have -2 and -5, we after put it here, and then we have also have the positive side because we add negative for the y coordinate, so this is 5. And afterwards, 3 and -4, we change these two numbers, 3 to here, and -4 to here. So we have 4, because negative and negative, you got positive. So we finish these numbers immediately. Okay, so I stop here. Okay, if you have no problem, please go to Quick Practice 10.16. Okay, now I discuss with this section. This time, you are not allowed to do part B first, because look at this. The tricky point is that this time for part B, you Q. That means we must find the part A first. This is not rotate from P, it's rotate from Q. But this one, we rotate from A and B every time, so I can do it part B first, and then we do the part A last. Okay, now for Q, so we must find this number first. If P, you're going to write down is rotate anti-clockwise through 100 degrees. That means it is equal to clockwise through 100 degrees once again. Because 180 and 120 is 360. So let us write Q, the answer here. But we must do something for the rough. Okay, this is not the answer. Okay, now first of all, we have P is -3 and -5. After you change it 90 degrees, you got, what's this? You have -3 and -5, so you then change it to 90 degrees. That means we'll interchange these two positions, and then -5 go here, and -3 go here, and then we also add the negative side for heat, so this is 3. And then last, we go to 90 degrees once again, so we interchange these two numbers. 3 go to here, and -5 go to here, and we add a negative sign, so we have 5. So immediately, Q is 3 and 5. Okay, now we go to the part B. Q is rotate anti-clockwise about the origin through 280 degrees. That means, once again, anti-clockwise. I want to change it to clockwise. This is clockwise through 270. We'll add 90 degrees to 360 degrees. So what we can do is that we change once again to heat. So we from 3,5, once again the rough sheet again, 3,5, we change 90 degrees. we'll interchange these two numbers 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, and then we add negative sign here. So the answer for R is 5, negative 3. Okay, we can immediately write down the answer. Okay, this is not difficult if you find some skills to handle these questions. Okay, now I pause here for 15 seconds and we will go to the last two questions for you all. Okay, if you still have problem, please pause here and then make you understand what I'm talking about. If even you take a long time and you still do not understand what I'm talking about, please don't hesitate, ask me after you come back to school. But now, what are you going to do is that we are going to the next question. So please look at this. Okay, this is the last two questions. This time we will mix them up. Okay, let me move the camera first. Okay, please look at these questions. Consider 2 points A, 1, negative 2, and B, 2, 4 on a rectangular coordinate plane. A is reflect along the x-axis to A1, and B rotate clockwise by 270 degrees to B1. Okay, so what can we do is that we're going to find A1 and B1. So first of all, let's do A1 first. A1 is so immediate. You can write down the answer immediately because I've told you for x-axis, that means we will change the y coordinate for reflection and we will add a negative sign here. So that means we have 1, negative, negative 2. So A1 is 1, 2. Okay, immediately. Okay, for B1, this time we need something because we must calculate something like this. So let's have a look. Because the point B1 is 2, 4, this is clockwise 270 degrees. That means we change 3 times. 2, 4. Okay, we change it 90 degrees. So 4, 2, and we add negative sign here. And then 180 degrees. We interchange these two and then add a negative sign here. And finally, 270 degrees. We change here negative 4 and 2. So this B1 is negative 4 and 2. So we have some problem like this. We can solve it so easily. Okay, now for part B, okay, we are going to do something. If B1 is translated to the right by 5 units to B2, does B2 coincide with A1? So what is the meaning of coincide? Coincide in Chinese is called 互相重疊. That means they have the same coordinate. So what we are going to do is we are going to find the B2, the coordinate of B2, and find out is that equal to 1, 2. If yes, write down the answer. If no, okay, just also write down the answer because they are not equal. Okay, now I'll give you 15 seconds and then to try to do this. If you're still trying, don't play the video and please pause it now. Otherwise, I will give you the answer. Okay, now we have the part B. Okay, I don't put too many places. For part B, you have the B2. Because it's go to the right by 5 units, so that means we will add 5 for x coordinate. Because the x coordinate will control something to the right or to the left. And then finally, we just write 2 here. And then we find that luckily B2 is really 1, 2, which is equal to A1, 1, 2, because they have the same coordinate. So you must answer it in mathematical way. Don't just write down the English. So okay. Yes. B2 coincides with A1, full stop. Okay, this is part B. What we are going to do is that we do the translation. And this time in this question, you will look at this. We have the translation, we have the reflection, and we have also the rotation. This time we have all three transformations, but we can handle it easily. But look at this. We can find out that they have the same coordinates. So we will say that they coincide. Okay, please, let's have some reviews on these questions in 15 seconds. Okay, now we will go to the quick practice 10.17. If you still have problem, okay, don't hesitate and please look at the teaching example and we'll go to the quick practice. Okay, now this is quick practice. So, okay, I will give you 15 seconds and read the questions and then you can do it by yourself first and I'll show the answer for you all. Okay, now if you are continue doing these questions, now please pause the video. Because I will show you the answer now, so please pause the video. I repeat once again. And now we will show the answer here. Okay, for P1, we can immediately, because this anti-clockwise the origin by 180 degrees, we will change 1 and change 2. So we will have P1, I will just write down the answer for this question is -4 and -3. Okay, this is immediately. Okay, for Q1, because this time is along the x-axis. Once again, along x-axis, we will change to y1. So P2, not P2, Q1 is -2, -3. Okay, now we're going to find the P2, part B. P2 is -4, and then we add 2 right by 2 units, so we add 2 here. And then we have -3. So the answer is P2, once again, is -2 and -3. Okay, they are equal, so we have equals to Q1, -2 and -3. So we can write down the same way, they have the same coordinates, yes, they are coincide. Okay, this is the end of this video, so I will give you 15 seconds to understand it and before I stop this video, okay? And I will make the revision after that. Okay, now I will move the last part of this. This is a revision of the rotation. So please pay attention. If the coordinate of this one is xy, I'll write once again, and with rotation clockwise about origin, that must be about origin. If it changes to another point, this one is not true. Through something, okay, if this is 90 degrees, I told you, you must interchange it to y and x, and you get a negative sign here for the y, the one in the y coordinate. And for 180 degrees, once again, we will interchange this one to -6 and y, and then you add a negative sign here. And for 270 degrees, okay, once again, you interchange these two with -y, and then we change x to here because we have two negative signs, so we have positive here. And then after that, it's obvious, 360 degrees. Once again, x, y, because this is a negative sign. It will go back to the original one. So make sure that you know how to do this. I hope you can learn this one for the revision, and this is a very good skill for you to memorize it. Okay, okay, that's the end of this video. So please pay attention. If you don't understand it, please repeat once again. Otherwise, you can ask me after you're back to school. Okay, thank you for watching.